So you're the first minister from the current government to come to India. Can we expect more ministers? And can we expect Prime Minister Netanyahu to come? Because in the past, he has been trying to come, but for some unfortunate reason, his visit has got delayed or postponed or cancelled.
My strong recommendation when I go back home is to speak to my peer ministers and to better explain to them the opportunity. And we must, there's no shortcuts here. Mm-hmm. We need to collaborate and exchange knowledge and information and make an ecosystem even stronger and better, leverage what we have to make it much, much better. When I look into the future, I see a very bright future for the cooperation between the two countries. And this is not going to be my last meeting because, the effectiveness of a meeting, of coming here, is huge for me. And I really now understand how to better structure the relationship, how to better guide my teams back in Israel, and what the message I will bring back to the business community in Israel on the opportunity they have doing business here in India. Mind you, said that when I was younger, I was an entrepreneur. I did a lot of work in at the beginning of the 90s and collaborated in doing business in the United States. At the beginning, at the early stages of 1990s, doing business in America was a little bit rough. And then once we resolved how to do business in America, the quality and the quantity of work in America is huge. I have a deja vu. I believe that we're now structuring the relationship between the two governments so that businesses could swiftly flow and make it easier for businesses to work together. And as big as the opportunity that Israel has with the United States, we could develop that opportunity with one of the superpowers, the economic superpowers of the future, which is India. And because the relationship between the Indian people and the Jewish people in Israel is so good, the fact that this could happen faster than anything else depends on us. It's ours to lose. We'll do everything we can to make this happen.
You started by mentioning it, how Jews have been in India for centuries.
2,000 years.
2,000 years, and there hasn't been any violence against them. I mean, what's the view you have? If you can elaborate it, because this is something that we have heard, but since you are here, I would like to ask the question again.
Well, both Israelis and Jews and Indian people have a long history, long memory. And once that memory is only positive, unfortunately, we have memories in Europe just 70 plus years ago. We remember the Holocaust. And we remember how the Indian people protected the Jewish people throughout the tough times we always had. We never forget our history. We have, the future, if you want to have a good future, look backwards in retrospect and see who you could trust. So the fact that both countries could trust each other and love each other. My daughter was here after she served in the army, and I came to visit her here. And so many young Israelis love to go to India to get some, time off and to learn from the Indian people. There's something very smart in the way the Indians operate. And so I believe that once those relationships are so deep into the past, it means that they're going to be very deep and very positive into the future. This is something you learn from the past. And I'm really, really grateful for the fact that I can represent Israel here and thank the Indian people, not only for the past and not only for the present, but actually together discuss a better future.
Wion is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.